Welcome back to another video. So today we are in for back. So back, if you've been following me for a while, has been, let's say, a weakness of mine. I don't want to say anything's a weakness, just something that I need to bring up, but in reality it is a weakness in my physique, especially back thickness. So I don't think you'll mind me saying I have a pretty good back width compared to the average Joe, but in terms of thickness, so the erectors, mid-back and traps, they are shit. So that is going to be built through a lot of rows, heavy rows, hinging. So for the erectors, again, if you follow me on Instagram at Neo Bartram, you probably see me doing quite a lot of deadlifts, stiff leg deadlifts lately, and yeah, just sort of lifting pretty heavy in those strength ranges. So yeah, trying to build up my back thickness, long story short. So to be fair, the start of my back day, we are warming up on, I don't know if you can see this, I'll probably flip this round, on a granite single arm row. And what that's going to do, if I can put you down, is build the lats. So starting on this, again, just to warm up, my camera isn't working, there we go, just to warm up my shoulder joints, lats, blood flow, etc. But I really like this machine. So last week I done 90 kilos single arm for 12, which is the top of my rep range. So I've gone up 10 kilos this week, see how I feel. So 100 kilo each side. Rep range is between 8 and 12 for the first set and a back off. So this whole back day is going to be, I think it is just 2 sets per exercise. So one heavy-ish set, one back off slash lighter set. So warming up on here and we will get into the video. So before we get into it, please like and subscribe if you are new. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, so we are on about 100. So 900 more to go. But yeah, again, another little ask, follow me on Instagram at Neo Bartram, trying to hit 5k followers. And if you are looking to get any supplements from Perform, click the link below and save 25% off, which is a big saving. But nonetheless, let's get into the workout. So like I said, we have warmed up, and you can probably see, I don't know if you can see, we have 5 20 plates equaling 100 kilos each side. Just going to put on a song, and I'll also need to put my straps on. But down below, if you are interactive in these videos, let me know what your top set song is, just to get you hyped up. Doesn't matter what genre it is, if it's country, hip hop, rap, grime, white girl music, Katy Perry, etc. That is my favourite. But mine at the moment is house music. Depending on what sort of movement I am doing, then it would be sort of like heavy metal, if it's like a deadlift or a squat. But just from today, we listened to Disclosure, Sammy Virgie, yeah, just to name a few. So let's put on a good song and we will crack into it. Oh, that was 8. So, not bad. You're probably looking at that set thinking, what the fuck is that range of motion? And one thing that I think works really good on this is literally just engaging your lat. So from this movement here, my lat is stretched. When I'm extending my arm, that is just elbow flexion, which in turn is gonna be your bicep. So if you are looking to engage lats, and especially lower lats, what you want to be doing, this is something I learned from Reese, my coach, is shoulder flexion. My lat is fully stretched there, any higher, and then you can see my arm is extending, which is bicep coming down and in front of you instead of all the way back. It's going to engage your lower lat a lot more. So like I said, lats, and especially lower lats, is something that I want to bring up. So lower lats and back thickness is something we're trying to grow. So that is the perfect movement, and that is all the range of motion that you need. Okay, so got to take a rest and then do my other side. So if you're going straight in to your other set or the other side of your body on a unilateral exercise, directly after that you've just done your other side, you're not training hard enough. So from that, I don't know if you can see, I'm sweating. You probably hear I'm a little bit out of breath. So in order for me to get the most out of each side, you have to be taking a rest. Okay, so if I'm going straight into it, I'm still going to be out of breath. I'm not going to be recovered, like respiratory, if that's a word. Cardiovascularly, that's probably the better word. So I'm not going to be fully recovered to go into another set. So if you are, you're either missing out on gains or you're just not training hard enough. So take your rests between each unilateral exercise. Right, so moving on to the back off set now. So back off set is something that you can do to increase volume in your total load, and doesn't really, like, I don't know what I'm saying, but basically what it is a lighter set to get a little bit more reps out of the same exercise. So instead of doing 2 sets of 5 to 10, we're doing 1 set of, let's say, a heavier weight and a 1 set of a lighter weight, meaning I can do a lower rep range and a higher rep range. So that would just mean that you're working the muscle in different rep ranges, meaning you're getting the best out of both. Hopefully that makes sense, but on to your back off now. That is 16 reps. I think that's a rep or 2 from last week. But one thing that I've started doing is not just following the logbook like to a T. If I feel better on one day than than last week or another day, then I'm gonna go heavier. And if I feel like I can, then I will. It's not, example, if I done an 80 kilo press one day, that means I have to do 85 kilos the next week or next rotation. If I feel like that 80 kilos from last week, which I will do in the next rotation, felt lighter, then I'm gonna go to 90 or 95. So don't always follow the logbook. Yes, it's a great indication of tracking progress, and I'd 100% recommend someone to use one if you don't already, or just any form of tracking, whether it's like an app, on your notes, physical logbook, just something you can track your progress. But if you feel better on the day, then go for it. There's nothing stopping you apart from those numbers on the book. So yeah, but enough philosophy. We've done back of set, moving on to another exercise. And if you're wondering what this piss coloured drink is, it is EAA's creatine, a bit of salt, and cyclic dextrin. So it's basically my intra workout drink. So there's a form of carbohydrates, which are going to fuel me throughout these sessions. EAAs are essential amino acids to essentially repair the muscles throughout the workout instead of waiting till after, so it's going to be instantly replenished. Creatine for energy and ATP production, I guess, and salt for pumps, and obviously the water that's in there. Just got to drive everything through. Like I said in the intro, if you want to get yourself any supplements, click the link below and it will save you 25% off at Perform, code NEO25. Moving on to a linear row. So I've not actually seen many gyms have this row or any sort of variation of this row, which is pretty cool. It's basically a replacement, for me anyway, for a barbell row. I find that I use a lot of momentum on a barbell row, and obviously that is taking away the tension of the actual movement from my back. So our target is to train the back, and obviously if we're not targeting it properly, it's not going to grow. So I was rowing like 3.5 plates, but really sort of like jerking it up, and obviously that is not what you want to do. So funnily enough, my gym has one of these, so it was a direct replacement for it. So if your gym has something like this, then definitely use it, because it's a game changer. But last week I done this weight for 9. The rep range for me on this is 8 to 12. So again, anything 8 to 12, and then 12 to 15 typically. Today, I'll let you know if there's a change, but 9 times out of 10 today, it's going to be 8 to 12, and then 12 to 15. So I had a 9 on here, so sort of the low range on that rep range. So 9 and above is what we're trying to go for. Side note, it is fucking hot in here. I don't know if you can see, but my blue-grey slate coloured t-shirt is pretty much a different colour already. And I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I am dripping with sweat, so not good. And another side note, these grips are unreal. I've had these literally since I started lifting for like, not 5, 6 years ago. They are called Cobra grips. I think they were like a Versa grip dupe from Amazon, and they've held up for like 6 years. So yeah, I think it was at the time were like 30 quid as well, where at the time Versa grips were about 70, 80 quid. And again, being a student, funds were pretty low. And even now I'm 23, funds are still low. So definitely holding on to these for as long as I can. But enough waffling, let's get into the set. So 9, Roman 4. Or more, 9 or more. 11. Sorry, that was a lot of grunting, and I think my chin was hitting the mic, so not ideal. But 2 more than last week. Try not to swing the weight up, because like I said in the beginning, that's moving the momentum and moving the traction away. So as strict as you can on the movement, while also moving. Relatively heavy weight is ideal, but again, we're back off. I'm moving on. Oh, I'm fucking sweating. I don't know if you can see that, it's disgusting. On a side note, by the way, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe, because I think according to YouTube analytics, something stupid like 98% of you guys that watch aren't subscribed. So please subscribe. It goes a long way and means a lot to me. So like I said at the beginning, trying to reach 1,000 followers or subscribers, sorry. So yeah, any little help, it will be appreciated. Thank you very much. But moving on to a back off. This is 10 kilos lighter than the top set. Normally I'd do 20, but last week I'd done 10 kilos less than this for 14. So again, that's on the higher range of the back off of 12 to 15. So I've gone up again on this. So max reps, but 10 kilos up, which is unreal. Fucking boiling, I'm sweating so much. But again, means next week on both the top and back off sets, I'll have to go heavier. But fuck me, I need an ice pack or something. So moving on to another row. So this normally would be a single arm row, but I'm lazy and I can't be asked. So I'm doing 2 arms. So a close grip, cable low row. Again, like I said, would have been just a single arm lat bias row, but I just can't really connect well with a cable low row, and I don't really know where to put my feet, or yeah, it's just more time, and I'm the most laziest bodybuilder you've probably ever watched on this channel or on this platform. So, but doing cable low row, you'll see that I tend to lean back a little bit on this, but that's to hit my back. I find if I stand up too upright, I'm using too much arm. If I lean too much forward, if I lean too far forward, then again, it will bias the lower lats, but it's a little bit more comfortable for me just to lean back a little bit, and I can lift a little bit heavier, which will mean a heavier load onto the targeted area. So I'm just stroking my ego a little bit, to be fair. Nine, not too bad, but mid-set, bit of sweat went in my eyes, which isn't good. Doesn't help that I'm like 4 months into a bulk, sitting at the heaviest I've ever been. So, and in the summer. So yeah, 105.5 kilos I'm sitting at the moment, if you are wondering, which is the heaviest I've been. I think the heaviest I've been before was 103. So yeah, summer's coming around, I'm fat, but I'm strong, at least. Well, to me anyway. Next movement is a seated machine row, I guess. Last time, around 140 for 7. So try and 140 again, because again, rep range is 8 to 12. So trying to get more than 7, ideally. On a side note, I'm fucking drenched through. Like, this gym is one of those old school gyms with like no aircon, no heating, just doors open and shutters open just for some sort of airflow, which is pretty cool because then I get a pump pretty easily, but I'm also looking like this. But hey ho, it's a great gym and I love it. But ooh, aiming for 7 or more, ideally more. I don't know if this is the best angle either. It was either this or from the front. But I thought from the front, because my legs are like spread, might look a bit central, so you're getting a back view. Jesus Christ. That was one more than last week, but this machine is so heavy, and the length and range. Short and range, sorry. So the initial start is like okay. As soon as you get sort of halfway and closer to you, the weight just picks up massively. But you get a really good stretch in the length and range, so that's why I use it. And again, on my plan, it's any dual arm machine row. And this is the only one that I like to sort of fit in to my session, because on my other back day, or my posterior day, I've got a T-bar row and another single arm row. They do have like a low to high mid trap row, like the old hammer strength one, but I don't really like that. I feel like it strains my neck a little bit. And they have a Panatta circular row, and for me, I just find that movement starting from like here, coming out and then back in, it's really not natural for me, and I just don't like it. So settling on this. So if there's an exercise that you don't like doing, find something that you do like, because you're gonna be able to stick to that a lot more than something that you don't like and you don't agree with or get along with. So pick things you enjoy and you'll most likely be able to stick to those a lot longer and enjoy training. Next off is a lat pull down. So it's a neutral grip lat pull down. Nothing special, to be honest. I like it. I need to do a lat pull down anyway. The straight bar, the traditional lat pull down bar, is a little bit irritating on my wrists, whereas a neutral grip is a lot better for myself, and an under grip is going to hit something completely different to what I want to work. So a neutral grip is ideal for me. I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but the attachment looks a bit funny. There's something called a back widow attachment. I think it's like a flex wheeler attachment, if you know flex wheeler. He basically made this attachment, which is very versatile. and it can be changed into, I think, like 20 plus different variations. Like, it's all very adjustable through the middle. I don't know if you can see that on camera. There's like a hole. You can slot a barbell through to do like landmine T-bar rows. So it's pretty cool, but I've only ever used it for this purpose, which is a pull down. Yeah. So, going on the outside grip, like I said, a neutral grip. Gone up in weight this week compared to last week because we hit the top of the rep range last week. So, yeah, back to resetting numbers. That was 9. So I done 90 for 12 last week, just done 95 for 9. Not bad. This knee pad was a little bit too low for me. It ideally should have been there so I can get my legs under. I wasn't very stable in that movement, but nonetheless, still progressed. Again, as always, one more back off, then moving on to, I think we've got 2 more things left. But yeah, right, so I don't know, again, what the best angle of this would be, but it would have come from the back. Pause. But moving on to rear delts. So again, I keep saying again and obviously, because I've obviously not said anything to do with it before, but in my posterior day, I do a rotation of these, whether it's some sort of rear delt exercise. I just like the convenience and the way a reverse pec deck feels compared to like a cable or a rope face pull, because they're less stable. There's nothing to support my chest, and you can use momentum, where this is obviously chest supported and it's a strict range of motion, where if I was doing, like I said, a cable, if they're coming from either side, I've got nothing in front of me to brace against, and I'm going to be using a lot of momentum and I'm going to be unbalanced. So pick things that are going to target the muscle as well as supporting you the best way possible. Again, I could do something like a dumbbell rear delt fly, but again, the resistance profile on that is going to be nothing from here to mid-range, and then it's going to pick up massively at the top. So pick things that work for you, like I said on the previous exercise. But 2 sets, a little bit higher on these rep range, because it's a smaller muscle, so it can take a little bit more volume. So 10 to 15 and 15 to 20. Yeah, that is it. I don't actually know where to put this mic, because it is going to be chest supported, so I might just leave it on the side. I'll just pop it here. That should be alright. Oh, 11 reps. You saw at the end of that where I was getting a little bit fatigued, I'd reset the weight and it went again. That's an intensity technique that you can use just to get those extra sets, instead of keeping that constant tension on the muscle, which ideally you should be able to do and should do. You can reset and go again, because those explosive movements out of the hole are also going to be extra reps you wouldn't have got if you were keeping constant tension on the movement. So you can use that as an intensity technique, as I was saying. So yeah, one more set, one back off. That was 11. So at the lower end of that 10 to 15, which is ideal, it's perfect. So we're going to lighten the weight and go a little bit lighter. Obviously, that's what I mean by lighten the weight. Go a little bit higher rep range, I meant, and hitting that 15 to 20 range. So onto the final exercise now. I don't know if this is going to be in frame. Let me just move it over slightly. We are moving on to a cable pullover. So this is going to be a little bit more higher volume than everything. I say a little bit, it's going to be like double the amount of volume. So we're going to do one set of about 10 to 15 and then one myo set, which just basically means we're going to go very high rep, causing as much lactic acid buildup as possible, causing a lot of stimulus to the area, a lot of blood flow, nutrient flow to the body in them areas. Because again, coming back to the beginning of the video, my back is a weak point of mine. So I need to build up my back basically. So doing a pullover just for overall sort of lat development is great, and especially to finish up on a lovely isolation movement. So we done last week 55 for 12, so I'm gonna go to 55, hopefully get in more than 12, beating numbers each week. Right, so I think that's in frame. Two reps up. You'll notice quite a lot on my training that as soon as form starts to break down, that's the end of the set. I could have got that last rep just by swinging it, or use momentum, or using other muscles, but that is obviously going to take away from what the exercise is actually meant to be targeting. So keeping strict form throughout the movement, progressing with that strict form and not progressing just for the sake of it, is how you're going to grow, because obviously that is going to target the intended muscle. So keeping strict form, progressively overloading on that specific movement without breaking form down. Whether it's in weight, whether it's in reps, as long as you're progressing in some form of way each week. And if you aren't, then take a step back, look at your sleep, look at your diet, look at your overall training. Are you going to failure? Are you pushing yourself to 110% each session? So yeah, it's all about mentality, growing, causing adaptation, forcing your body to grow. So yeah, I'll go through my back off with you because it is a quite high rep set, and I think it would be quite funny to watch back. But yeah, I'm gonna take a little break and get into it. So on to the lighter set now. It would be good if I actually change the weight. So 20 and above we're aiming for. I done 35 for 24 reps last week, so I've upped it to, no, 26 reps, sorry, to 40. Hopefully I can still get over 20. We'll see, but yeah, I might need to speed this up. Oh my god, the burn in my lats. 24 maybe, I need to watch that back, but if you haven't done a high rep set before, do it, because I do them also on my arm day for the last set, and it's fucking brutal. Like 20 to 30 reps on a bicep curl or a tricep push down. You've never felt pain like that. They are pumped. But luckily, that was the last exercise of the day. I'm gonna finish up on some abs and cardio, which I always do, even in off season. It's only 15 minutes, so that's good. But again, I don't want to bore you with that shit. But I hope you've enjoyed this workout. Like I said at the beginning of the video, please like and subscribe if you stay to the end. Click the link below. I'm out of breath. Click the link below to save 25% off at Perform, code NEO25. And thank you for watching. See you in the next one.